Hello again, folks. The next car that you've selected to view on ClassicMuscleCars.com is a new arrival here. This is what we call a thoroughbred investment muscle car. Now, this is a 1970 Chevelle SS 454 450 horse LS6. The LS6 motors were known for their power, and it was one of the highest rated cars in 1970 for horsepower. And Motor Trend also rated this car as the car of the year for performance in 1970. So this particular car has got power steering, automatic transmission, cowl induction, factory tacking gauges, and it's very unique. Now, this is a full, complete body-off restoration, and it is a pristine restoration. We're going to try to take some intricate photographs of this car so that you can see the detail to the workmanship that was done to this car. But now this particular car is very rare, and I'm going to tell you why it's so rare. They made under 5,000 LS6s in 1970. That includes hardtops and convertibles. This particular car from the factory has its factory colors, which is autumn gold with black stripes, black top, but this car came with a dark green interior. So as far as we know, that makes it the only LS6 that was ever built with this color combination. Now, a few years back, we had a Copo Camaro that came out of Canada with a ton of documentation on it, and that particular car was an Olympic gold car with a dark green interior. Now, it sounds awful, but trust me, if you ever saw it, it's really a kind of a cool looking color combination. But this car today now has a new black interior in it, complete. Unless you read the data plate and get the trim number off of it, you wouldn't be able to know that it was born with a green interior unless you read some of the paperwork. So all the original interior goes with this car. So you're getting the car that has been beautifully restored, and this is a body-off restoration. It's not a frame-up, there's a big difference. And it's not a cosmetic redo. This is a complete nut and bolt, body off, taken apart restoration, and it is just flat gorgeous. The car has been restored back to correctness, and it also has the original pollution pump on it, which a lot of cars do not have. All high horse Chevrolet products that were built in the 60s and early 70s had the pollution pump on it. A lot of people don't know that, but you see about 5% of the cars out there that are high horse cars do not have the complete pollution intact, pollution pump and equipment. But this car, it's all there, and it functions, and it's restored like brand new. Now, another thing about this car, as far as documentation, we have a lot. It has an original build sheet. This is not a copy, this is the original. This car was built in Atlanta, Georgia. It also, now this is a copy of the original window sticker. The original window sticker we don't have, but this is a copy of the original one. And the car was originally shipped to North Carolina, North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Gaddy Motor Company, Jeremy. And that's G-A-D-D-Y. Gaddy. Not Gladys Knight in the Pips, but Gaddy Motor Company. Anyway, another thing here that's very important. The whole title history we have copies of. This is a copy from Microfiche from the MSO, which is the manufacturer's statement of origin, which is very important to have. It's pretty cool. You don't see this in a lot of cars. So that is just fantastic documentation, and obviously we don't have time to go through all this, but I will just kind of show you the extent of all the history of paperwork that is going to accompany this car. So it's all here, it's all there, all the prior owners are known, and it's very important on a car of this caliber and a car that has the investment potential that this car does. You know, we're here in the year 2003 at the very end of it, and there's been a lot of talk about investment cars this year especially, and earlier this year in January there was a 71 Hemi Cuda convertible that sold for $1 million, okay? CNN.com and some other reporting news agencies had ran some articles on their websites, and there was some blurbs here and there in some magazines, and and people were talking about it, very excited about it, but they weren't sure if that sale got consummated. But I can tell you for sure, because I know the buyer and I know the seller, the deal happened. The car sold for $1 million. So in essence, what happened then was that all the 71 CUDAs went through the roof, no matter what they are. Once a high-end, high-level muscle car like that gets out that is sold for that kind of money, this is only the beginning. I've followed the history of the antiques, the real true classics, Auburns, Duesenbergs, Cords, cars of that caliber over the past 25 years. And I will tell you that once cars start to get into that level, it's not just a freak, or it's not just one. There's going to be more muscle cars that's going to hit that mark, that $1 million mark, and they're going to exceed and excel and go higher. So thoroughbred investment muscle cars, or numbers correct cars, and also cars in this caliber, which is an extremely rare car, which history will prove it out, that this is probably the only one that was ever built with this color combination. And keep in mind, you get the original interior that was in this car in day one that goes with it. So it's an extremely rare car. It's a high quality car, and it is an excellent investment, because I'll guarantee you 10 years from now, the number that we're going to sell this car at is better than having your money in the bank. It's going to rapidly and greatly appreciate. So somebody out there is going to be glad that they bought this, because 10 years from now you can cash this car out and you're going to do very, very well with it. And it was going to be a good investment for you to acquire and get into. Even if you want to probably keep it for 5 years, you're going to have an excellent return on your money. So this is a great investment. This is one of the things that we talk about here at ClassicMuscleCars.com, and Northern Illinois Classic Auto Brokers is our thoroughbred investment muscle cars. That's the true meaning of what we're trying to get across to you, because if you come here, you visit our showroom, I will show you some of the ads that we have on the wall for cars that I sold 15, 20, 25 years ago. And I mean, they've done nothing but go up. They have not went down. And it's incredible when you see cars that we sold for $2,000 or $3,000 or $1,000 or $500 or $700 or $1,700 or $2,600. It's just incredible. And that same principle is going to apply to this. The price that we're asking for this car may seem high compared to what this car sold for in 1970, but it's not. It's going to be very minute when you put that in perspective of what's going to happen with the collector car market in the next 10 years. Because after 25 years of experience, I'm probably one of the better people to be able to tell you that, because I was selling muscle cars in 1978. Most of the collector car business, or the collector car dealers that were in business at that time, muscle cars was just a side issue. They were focused more on Duesenbergs, Auburns, Cords, Model Ts, Model As, things like that, the old steel. And that was just never my bag. I never got into it. So I do know this market very well, and I do know where it's going. So this is a car that you really want to consider if you're truly looking for an investment car, and that is your goal for getting into the collector car market now to get a muscle car. This is one that you need to own and put into your collection. If you need any more information, give Ed a call at 847-526-5950. He'll get you more photographs. We're in the process now of getting up a lot of pictures together so that we can get it up on the internet for you to view this car. But give Ed a call. If you tell him you want to see the front of the car, the lower inside of the core support, he'll do that for you with his digital camera and email it right to you. So just sit back and relax. Look at the rest of this video, because Jeremy's going to take some time to go around and show you some of the things about this car. The video that we produce is not the quality that we would like it to be, obviously, because the internet, everybody's connection has a difference. You know, you may be on broadband, but it's not as fast as some other broadband. You may be on a dial-up. You may not have that good of a connection, so that does affect the quality of what we can produce for a video, as in today's times. But you know, we're getting better with that, and we'll keep improving all that as we go along here with better cameras and equipment, and as DSL and different things that affect the internet gets better down the road, we're going to have a lot better visual quality. But if you take a look at them, you can, if you do have DSL, you can probably get the best quality. But if you keep your real player small, you can get a clear picture. Once you start to enlarge your real player, that's when you start losing some of the picture quality for these videos. So if you can, keep it down and smaller, and you'll be able to see it pretty well. Wouldn't you say, Jeremy?
Exactly.
So anyway, we're gonna let Jeremy take you around for a tour of this car, and give that a call. And this is something that you can put into your collection, and you'll be glad that you did.
Let's go for a little walk around the car and take a look inside. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like it just came from the factory and it's been detailed, ready for sale. Back in 1970. There's the old pollution pump. Looks like a new pollution pump. Now for a look on the inside there. Oh, there's the cowl induction. Now we'll go for a quick look on the inside. Lighting's not spectacular, but not bad. Spotless, beautiful new black interior. Can't see the radio too well, but this is one of those things that when you, it's AM, FM, and when you flip the switch for FM, it gives you the FM dial. Now we'll go take a look in the trunk. Absolutely spotless. The way it should be. Complete with your sticker that tells you how to jack up your car. Try this again. Let's go close the hood so you can get a look at the front. And there we are. It's a beauty. Better get it before someone else does. It's going to go fast.